Bill O'Brien, former House Speaker.
And I want to thank not only Andrew, but Pete Silva and Karen Bowman and all the members of the Nashua Republican Committee for putting on this event. I also want to thank Jennifer Horn, not only for being here, but for being such a great leader of our party. It's rejuvenated, Jennifer, and we appreciate it. You know, we have two political parties in this country. One is the Democratic Party, a party that pushes with every tool and every tactic available to them a radical, liberal agenda of big government, elitist control, and increasing citizen dependency. The other party is the Republican Party, but too often the Republican Party can't figure out who it should be. Will we be the party that the mainstream media tells us to be? Will we be the party that refuses to defund Obamacare because it just isn't reasonable to do that? Will we be the party that refuses to stand for the rule of law and the protection of our borders because liberals tell us that it is politically unwise to do that? Will we be the party that doesn't stand up for voters and representative government by passing and defending voter ID laws for as many legislative terms as it takes because they say we are racist by doing that? Will we be the party that follows the false prophets of establishment wisdom who tell us, once again, after so many election failures, to be timid and to be moderate and to emulate Democrats so that we can hope to win elections while losing our souls? Or will we be something greater? Will we be instead a party of principles? Will we be a party that seeks a better day for America by turning to the timeless wisdom of economic, political, and personal liberty? A party that offers to America a new era of liberty and not just a softening of the blows of tyranny. These are not new questions. Republicans have asked and answered these questions many times over the past decades. Sometimes we've got the answers right, sometimes we've got it wrong. I want to tell you what a great leader of our party, a great American, once said in answering these questions. This leader of our party said the following: "The tide has been running against freedom. Our party has followed false prophets. We must and we shall return to the proven ways. Not because they are old, but because they are true. We must and we shall set the tide running again in the cause of freedom." And he concluded by saying, this party, with its every action, every word, every breath, every heartbeat, has but a single resolve, and that is freedom. Freedom made orderly for this nation by our constitutional government. Now, Barry Goldwater said that in 1964, and people criticized him and his beliefs of the presidential defeat that year. And we did. We lost big time that year. Not big time like McCain being beat by Obama, 52 to 48%, or Romney losing to Obama by 51, 48%. We lost by 23 percentage points. And so people said at that point, that's it. The Republican Party is over. It's going into the wilderness. It has to start acting like Democrats and not have ideas that are old and out of date. And because big government is here to stay. Republicans said that we should act like Democrats, but just not be so bad. But then what happened? We followed the principles of Barry Goldwater. And for the next elections, we had more Republican presidential years than Democrat presidential years. The message of Barry Goldwater remains the message of the Republican Party. His message from a half-century ago is both an enduring message and a modern message. It is a message that speaks even today to the fervent wish of Americans for freedom and competent government. It is a message that gives America hope for the future as they contemplate the present immorality of a failed foreign policy that has alienated our allies, emboldened our enemies, and left people dying in the streets of Syria and Egypt while Libya makes plans to blow a nuclear weapon off over our heads. It is a message that gives Americans hope that they can put the squalor of scandals involving the NSA spying on Americans, IRS punishment of conservatives, a politicized Department of Justice, a lying Attorney General held in contempt by Congress, GSA toga parties and trips to resorts, Solyndra, crony capitalism, and unconstitutional lawmaking by the president behind us. So I close by asking you again, will we be the party of Democrat emulators and political panderers, or will we be a party that is worthy of Abraham Lincoln, Barry Goldwater, Ronald Reagan, and the American people? Thank you.